Okay, we are live. I can't believe it is Wednesday again. Happy Winning Wednesday, everybody. It's Sonia
Jeannie, hi.
and we are coming to you live from Minnesota and Maryland. M&M. We'll call it M&M, right?
I never thought of it
I'm
like that.
really I'm really not funny, guys.
I'm not
I'll,
either. So,
I'll laugh at my own joke. So if you'd like to laugh with us, join the party. All right, if you guys are coming in live, let us know where you are watching from and what time you are catching us. If you are on the replay, drop that down in the comments. We are live all over the place on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and all the places. So please do say hi. And our goal with this show every week, we show up with some really great content, is just to help you win in life. We primarily talk to women over the age of 40, but if you're a guy and you're watching, keep watching because you're going to get some value out of this show as well too. So today we are going to talk about a really, I think, very relevant topic to like what everybody struggles with these days, and that is to how to biohack the pounds away, meaning what happens when you're trying to lose weight, but you're not losing weight? You're doing the conventional things that I was taught to teach people as a dietitian. And Jeannie, as an exercise physiologist, was taught, like, hey, here's the exercise plan. But it's 2024, women over 40, men over 40, we have a harder time losing weight. And so, what we're going to talk about today is not the conventional things that you might be familiar with, but some unconventional biohacks that will help you to move forward on your weight loss journey. So, keep doing all the healthy things you're doing, eating clean, making sure you're getting plenty of fruits and vegetables, drinking all the water, moving your body every day. All that stuff is important. So, we're going to talk about some next level stuff. So, let's get into the deets here, Janie. Tell me, let's set the stage for this, because I think we were talking before this and we talked about, all this stuff doesn't matter if there's one thing between your ears that's not right. So talk to us about where your mindset needs to be.
yeah, I mean, before you jump into action, you have to think about what is it that you want out of this? Is the motivation to do this intrinsic? Is it coming from the internal desire to meet a goal? Or is it society or outside, forces that are like encouraging you to be a certain weight or meet a certain goal? So you have to kind of separate the two. Understand what is it that you want from the goal, not just lose X amount of pounds, but why do you want to lose those pounds?
Mm.
Why is it important to you? And I think those deeper reasons will motivate you down the road. So is it because you want to spend time with your grandkids or your children? Is it because you want to be able to climb the flight of stairs without any knee pain? Is it because you want to be able to travel? So you have to figure out what is that motivation. And a lot of times, I say for people, it's really important for us to quiet ourselves. Whether it's through just sitting in a room, closing your eyes, doing some meditation, you can journal, but it's just kind of connecting with yourself, because during those quiet moments is when you realize what it is that you want, right?
Mm.
And it's kind of blocking out what everybody else and what the TV and the devices and social media and everyone's saying. And when you have that conversation with yourself and you know the higher power, you then you then can figure out what it is that you want. So mindset is extremely important, because what it does, it also changes your belief, right? Your belief in the things that maybe you thought you should have been before, but now you have a different belief of what you want to be, right?
Mhm.
So it's really that mindset. Is you can do it through journaling, you can do it through listening through things, people that are already doing what you want to do. Listen to them. Okay, they will keep you on the right path. They're just kind of leading you down that path so that you can walk the same footsteps they took to meet their goal.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
right? And so mindset is important. The other thing too, that I would say is, so meditation, journaling, and breath work. Breath work is the third thing, and I'm sharing actually these three things that I used for myself. Breath work is really key, because when you're doing some deep breathing, you're getting that oxygen to your brain. And it's at a very deep cellular level. You need oxygen, but it also helps to give you some clarity so you can kind of think about what it is you want to do next.
So well said. And I know that you recently had a nice big weight loss journey during your over 40 something lifespan.
Yes.
And obviously, so we're hearing from someone. How many pounds did you lose, Jeannie?
I lost 35 pounds.
That's
And
amazing.
and I will say it started very small. Like I said, those three things. I
Right?
knew stress was a big driver for me. On a scale from 1 to 10, I was a 10. Extreme, extreme stress, like at the border of maybe having a breakdown, that kind of stress.
Mhm.
And I needed to kind of like pull back and figure out, how do I decrease this stress? Because if I don't get this under control, I am never going to lose weight, because stress drives that cortisol level up. And if it's chronic, it stays up, chronically up, and then you have a hard time with decreasing the fat, because that just causes, fat storage in your belly area. So I really needed to work on that.
Yeah, stress is key. So mindset and stress. So that's like
Mhm.
we've set the table, right?
Yep.
So now let's get into talking about some things that are, perhaps next level. And I just want to give, a nod, an honorable mention to the things that you see all over the TV, and that's the GLP-1 medications. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but you either live in the camp where you support them or you're like, nope, don't ever do that. It's dangerous, right? I guess the bottom line is that there isn't a one size fits all. There actually have been a lot of studies that are proving that these GLP-1 medications, Ozempic, Mounjaro, and there are a lot of, compounded versions of them, which I personally think are the better route to go because they don't have a lot of fillers and additional things in them, and they tend to cost a lot less, and they're usually prescribed by a functional medicine doctor. But those are prescriptive routes, and so that is not for everyone. But there's a lot of good research now supporting that these types of medications, whether you use them for weight loss or not, in small doses can actually have a lot of therapeutic benefit for even like prevention of Alzheimer's. I mean, there's a lot of things coming out in terms of prevention of chronic disease. So, and that's not what we're here to talk about today. I just wanted to give an honorable mention to that because if you are in that camp, certainly it is a vehicle to help you. But there are also some alternatives that are more holistic in nature that do not require a prescription. And so that's really what we want to focus on today. There's a lot of buzz around berberine, and I forgot to grab my supplement that I use that has berberine. Maybe you have it, Jeannie. Do you have a
Yeah.
bottle of burn
Right.
there?
Yep.
But berberine has been really, there's a lot of research on berberine and it being sort of the natural Ozempic or natural Mounjaro, and the fact that you don't need a prescription, but really what those medications are doing is they're affecting the relationship between glucose or glucagon release in your body and insulin production. So if somebody has insulin resistance, those can be really good therapies to help you just improve how that situation works in very simple terms. So berberine, and Jeannie has an example of berberine. This is a supplement called Burn that is one of the number one biohacks that I love for weight loss because it not only has berberine, but it has some other really good nutrients that not only help to boost metabolism, so improve how much faster you burn calories just even at rest, right? So that's important. That's a hack. So doing the same things and you're at rest, if you use the berberine or you use the burn, you increase your caloric burn and you didn't change anything else.
Yeah.
So it's a natural thermogenic that does not give you the jitters or the, caffeine high or any of those types of things.
Mhm.
It's actually good for gut health. It's good for, as I mentioned, energy production, boosting metabolism. Really a very, very comprehensive supplement and a great tool to use on your weight loss journey. I love Burn.
I do too.
How about some of the other things that I know you love to talk about, some other, tools that are part of the fat loss protocols that we work with.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about trim and what trim and collagen and CLA can do in the fat loss world.
Oh, sure. So CLA, actually, if you go and you look at studies, CLA, it It's in the research. And what I love about the trim that you mentioned is that it has CLA, which helps with what it helps. It decreases the fat cells and it inhibits fat storage. And then you partner that with the clinical grade collagen, right? And now you're tightening the skin, smoothing it. Your skin is glowing. You're looking fantastic because now you've also have fat loss along with it. So I love it. It's like a 2-in-1, I call it.
And it
And it's
tastes like chocolate
good.
pudding. You can't
Yeah.
beat that, right?
Yeah.
But, I always explain this as, this is not a magic bullet. So you still, and we said this in the very beginning, you still have to do all of the things that you would normally do,
Mhm.
make your dietary changes, control your stress, make sure you sleep, make sure you move your body. All of that still counts.
Mhm.
It's just sometimes we need an extra push from something. And these are just little hacks that we're showing you that can help you either push off a plateau or just make it so you don't have to be like so strict about everything. Because, if you think about the first three letters in the word diet, DIE, meaning it's not going to last, right? And so if you do these hacks on a regular basis using some of these particular supplements or protocols that we're talking about, it can make all the difference in the world. So
Yeah.
I know you've had really big fat loss from it, but also I
Mhm.
have, encountered people along the way who've lost 150 pounds using trim and using burn. But here's what blows my mind. They don't have the loose skin.
Right.
I used to work with bariatric clients in my previous life, and they would go through bariatric surgery and then they'd have to have another surgery to have all the skin removed.
Mhm.
So it's like spending a lot of time in surgery. Whereas if you use trim, it can make an enormous difference because it also has a bioidentical collagen in it that can help tighten and tone the skin. So it's literally like magic,
Yeah.
and it tastes like brownie batter on a spoon. So,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that have used the product. I actually have somebody with me today that's going to pop on over here real quick, and
Mhm.
she just started using trim not even 6 weeks ago. And her name is Dana. I would love for her to just kind of pop on in here real quick and just share a little bit of the things that she's experienced since using trim. So say, hi, everyone. This is
Hello.
Dana.
Hi, everyone. Oops, get in here. Hello.
So tell us all about your experience using trim so far.
Well, actually, it's been probably 2 weeks that
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually, because I started with the liquid collagen, the BioCell liquid collagen, which has been amazing for me. But I decided to switch it up a little and give the trim a try because I thought, well, I can burn fat and anti-age at the same time.
Why
Well,
not?
why would I not do that? It seems silly. So I'm 43 years old. I have two boys, um, and I've always been in pretty good shape, but age and children and life and everything just has made it much more difficult. Things don't go where they're supposed to anymore. I tell them it, but they don't listen. Um, so I started with the trim, and it really is truly amazing because my stomach has kind of always been my spot that I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter what I do or how much I do or what I'm eating. It's still just like, yeah, I'm just here to stay. But in less than these 2 weeks, probably a week ago, because I think I showed you pictures, but I literally have my six-pack back. And so I hadn't changed anything else except to take the trim. So it's
Wow.
pretty incredible stuff. Pretty
That's
incredible.
impressive.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
I was like, she sent me the picture and I was like,
Yeah.
huh? Like I knew it was the ultimate hack, but like,
Mhm.
huh?
Yeah, that's
I
wild.
appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. I
Thank
think it's
you.
so nice when people can hear from someone else, right? Someone
Right.
that has, especially somebody that's newer using these
Mhm.
products that we talk about,
That's
because they
incredible.
can tell you where they've just come from, right? Whereas I've been using it for 3 years and I've had great results. Jeannie's lost 35 pounds,
Mhm.
but you're someone that's brand new and didn't have a whole lot of like fat. The mom, I love it. And we went offline there for a second, but I
Oh,
think
there
we're
we
back.
are.
There we're back.
We're
Oh,
back.
let's see. Oh, she's got a picture here, which like look at those abs. Seriously, Dana. Can you see them?
A
I mean, it's a
little
picture.
bit, it's a little blurry.
Yeah, it's a little blurry trying to come through the
Yeah.
the camera like that. But anyway, you get the point.
Yeah.
Okay, so trim and burn and
Mhm.
mindset. Let's talk about metabolic resets because I think
Yeah.
that's kind of like uncharted territory for a lot of people. So
Mhm.
we're getting a little deeper now for people that want to, whether it's kickstart weight loss or get off a
Mhm.
plateau, or maybe you have a vacation coming up and you need to drop a quick 5, 6, 7 pounds. Talk to
Yeah.
us about the 5-day drop and what is it and how
Mhm.
is it that that can be a biohack for us?
I love the 5-day drop because let me tell you why. Anybody can use it. Anybody can benefit from it because it is focusing, like Sonia said, at a deeper level. It's not just to get weight off, but it's about digestive bulk, getting rid of the digestive bulk, inflammation, if you're experiencing inflammation, bloating, which is, a lot of women experience bloating. It doesn't matter how thin or overweight you are, right? And what I love is the products. You have very good targeted products that are for your gut, like the probiotic. And I love this one because it tastes like a pixie stick.
Mhm.
Oh, yummy. I love that one. And then you have digestive enzymes, which is great for your gut health. And then you have I have the Phyto Reds today, but we have Phyto Greens. That's part of it. And Sonia can actually touch more on this Phyto because I know you know a lot more about that. And then the Revitalize. This one tastes like fruit punch, but it focuses more on the micronutrients, so that you're absorbing more of the minerals that your body needs. So I'm gonna let you share more on the nutritional aspect of these things, but that's what it really helps with. And we've been seeing women have amazing results in 5 days. And actually, we're doing one that starts on May 28th. So if you want to join us, we would love to have you. It's going to be like a party, and we're going to give away prizes. And by the time you're done, you could be walking away with a prize plus some inches taken off and feeling fantastic with more energy.
Sounds like a home run to me. Sign me
Yeah,
up all over again.
I know, right? Yes, I can't wait. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
so just to touch a little bit more on the science behind this program. So Jeannie explained a lot of the benefits and showed you the products. Each product has a purpose, but there's also a very specific meal plan, and it's average everyday foods that you likely already have in your fridge. So you don't need to order any special diet food. I mean, it's none of that. It's not eating like a rabbit for a few days. There is a small element of fasting on your first day, but it's not even a full day of fasting. You're fasting until 5 o'clock. And so you're putting your body into a state of what we call autophagy or auto eating of old unhealthy cells.
Mhm.
And, all of that is stuff that is made possible when you fast. But we know that there's a fine line between fasting too much and not fasting at all, right? So we want to give little bursts of fasting beyond just doing intermittent fasting every day into our daily, monthly, yearly, quarterly routine, because that can completely come in and shake the tree, right? So when we're talking about a reset, it kicks off with a partial fast. You follow a very specific meal plan. It's very cyclical. So we cycle the carbs. Some days you have more carbs than others, but it is so doable and you
Mhm.
don't feel low energy. You feel really, really good throughout the whole thing. I've done it a multitude of times, and each time I've done it, I've lost at least 5 pounds. And you look
It's
back, you're
incredible.
like, 5 pounds in 5 days. And it's not just water weight
Yeah.
because you're releasing a lot of just, toxins from the body, a lot of digestive stuff that gets stuck in there,
Mhm.
some fat loss as well, but you're also essentially rebooting your hormonal system. So a lot of the cravings disappear, which is really nice. because,
Mhm.
let's be real. Like sometimes you can do all these biohacks, but if you're still craving chips and cookies and all that kind of stuff, like you're not going to survive on your weight loss plan, right? So
Right.
this is something that you can do religiously every month. And I have had
Mhm.
people, they eat a healthy diet to begin with, but they're not quote dieting, but they do
Mhm.
the 5-day drop once a month. And each month they progressively lose weight, which is like so cool. I would
And
rather do something for 5 days than to feel like I'm on a diet 30 days a month.
all
I
the
don't know.
time.
Like,
Yeah. Well, what I love about it too is there's no caffeine. And I was really worried about it because absolutely love my cup of coffee in the morning. But when you're on this for 5 days, you increasingly get more energy. It's like by day 3, I was like, "I'm ready to do anything." I have so much energy, it's crazy,
right?
you
And
know?
part of that is pull out the revitalize for a second again.
Yeah, sure.
So the revitalize is it's an unsung hero that most people don't know about. It's actually
Mhm.
trace minerals. And it just so happens to be in a drink that tastes like fruit punch. So it's a great thing to drink on a daily basis. But these are trace minerals that are essential for helping all of your bodily processes. And if you're not nourished well enough, weight loss will be difficult.
Yeah, I don't know
So
if you can see
trace
that.
minerals, yeah, I can't see it very well, but as you can see, there's a lot of good stuff in it. But
Yeah.
trace minerals normally are found in the topsoil that our food is grown in. But because our food has been essentially suffering for many years, our food supply, even when you eat organic, that
Mhm.
topsoil that has been farmed where our food is grown has been turned over so many times that the soil itself is depleted in nutrients,
Mm.
especially trace minerals. So knowing that when you replenish your body with those additional trace minerals, and there's also humic and fulvic acid and shilajit. Shilajit, just don't say that 10 times fast, which actually can provide a layer of natural detoxification as well too. So
Mhm.
when you put all that together, that's why people get such great results. We're attacking the weight loss process from giving your body, flooding your body with the trace minerals, but also making sure that you have an element of detox. You have that nutritional support. So those phyto greens, phyto reds also are really powerful. You have healthy microbiome support in the probiotic that you're using.
Mhm.
So it's really kind of attacking the biohacking process from all different angles.
Yeah.
And that's why we see people have amazing results. I have hypothyroidism and I'm still on a journey recovering from mold toxicity. So for me to lose weight, it's like it doesn't matter what I
Mhm.
try, nothing works.
Hmm.
The 5-day drop, I've done it a number of times and I've lost at least 5 pounds every time. So like that is a home run. Can
That's
we just
incredible.
like
Yes.
give some applause for the 5-day drop?
Yay. I
That
love
part
it.
is like super affordable. And when
Yes.
you order a 5-day drop, you actually can get multiple, as we call it, multiple drops out of
Mm.
one package. So
Yeah.
it's an all-encompassing program, but I really recommend it if you are stuck or if like the scale is just like
Mhm.
going up and down those same few pounds, this will push you off the edge.
Yeah.
And not literally, but you get my point. Like push you beyond that plateau. It'll make your workouts better, it'll make your sleep better. Like there's so many benefits. Your gut health, we
Mhm.
talked about that. All
Yeah.
right, so that's the 5-day drop. So we've talked about some supplements, we've talked about a system that can help you biohack. What are a couple other simple things, Jeannie, that you do when it comes to losing weight? Anything else that you do that
Yeah.
might be helpful?
Yeah. And I want to touch on one thing is sleep. Sleep is, and I know everybody knows you should get enough sleep. We all know it,
Mm.
but we don't put a lot of energy into it and a lot of focus. And by setting sleep as a priority, you'd wake up the next day refreshed. You're able to think clearly and make better decisions throughout the day. Because if you notice, whenever you're sleep deprived, what do you want? You want the salty foods, the sweet,
Carbs.
right? Yeah, like you're looking for stuff. Your body's looking for stuff because it needs the energy, and
Mhm.
that's quick energy. So it's really about setting sleep as a priority. There's so many tools and gadgets that you can use out there to get enough sleep. I know, Sonia, we talked a little bit about sleep. I think it was last week,
Last week, yeah.
right? And you talked about wearing a mask over your eyes,
And the
um,
glasses, my cool
glass.
amber glasses.
Right. Yes. We
So you
talked
guys,
all
if
about
you
sleep.
missed it, yeah, sorry, Jeannie, go back to last week's Winning
Yep.
Wednesday and make sure to check that out because we gave you like a whole plethora of
Mhm.
things to help you
Yeah,
with sleep. So, but
exactly.
yeah, that's a really good
Yeah.
tip is make sure you're getting the Z's, right?
Yeah, so that's a big one for me. So for me, for my weight loss journey, I tackled stress, sleep, and then I did a targeted supplementation. And
Mm,
that's how I was able to lose the 35 pounds. I didn't do all the other stuff that people normally would jump into. They normally jump into exercising 6 days a week, changing their diet up. And it's like, yes, those things are important. But if you work on those other things first, you may see actually more progress. The nutrition's absolute. Like, I think it beats a lot of things. You have to get your nutrition under control, but it's not the only thing. You got to add other things. They all kind of work together, and it's a
mhm.
domino effect. When one thing is impacted, everything else is. And that actually takes me into hormones, where I know we wanted to talk about that as well, getting
Yep.
tested, right? And so I know you do the Dutch test. So talk a little bit about that.
So this is a Dutch testing kit, and if you guys want information, go ahead and just drop info in the comments. So, and again, we're speaking to women over 40. So if you're like 20 or 30, you can probably just scroll on by because you probably just go to the gym 6 days a week and drop the pounds, right? But that doesn't work when you're over 40.
Right.
It's, there are a lot of things that are changing in the body, and we'll have to do a whole episode on hormones. I think that's a really good one. But just in general, we're preparing the body to head toward menopause, right? So, and that can be like a 10-year journey, like through
Mhm.
perimenopause, right? So it's like this. And if you're there, you'll know. And what happens is when one hormone's affected, they're all affected.
Mm.
So it's like dominoes falling down. And at the same time, if we start to put them back together again, they all start to stack nicely. But unfortunately, when you go to the doctor and you just have your blood work done, they don't do a full hormone panel. And if they do, you've got a really good doctor. But even that has its limitations because any type of blood work, and there's a time and a place for blood work, urine, saliva, there's a time and a place for it all. Blood work gives you, it captures that moment in time. But the problem with doing these hormones during perimenopause, the normal blood testing, is that they're going like this. And
Mm.
so there's no historical view of what has been happening. There's only this is what happening at 3 o'clock today when I go to the doctor and I get the blood work done. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So that's why you can have a lot of really false results if that's all that's being done. A
Mhm.
Dutch test not only looks at your female or male hormones. Well, I mean, we all have the same stuff, just different mix, if you
Right.
will.
Yeah.
But like, for example, it breaks down instead of just looking at estrogen, most people don't understand that there are multiple types of estrogen,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
there's estradiol, there's estrone, there are different pathways that estrogen is detoxed out of the body.
Mm.
So you could actually have low estrogen or high estrogen or something called estrogen dominance,
Mm.
meaning your body is not detoxing out the extra estrogen and therefore you're having a hard time losing weight.
Wow.
So the Dutch test looks at all the female hormones or male hormones. It looks at your melatonin levels. So are you sleeping?
Mm. Oh, I
It
love
looks
it.
at, yeah, your stress hormones,
Mhm.
cortisol, DHEA, and there are different what's the word I'm looking at? Oh, I'm losing the word here. Metabolites. That's the word.
Oh, wow.
It looks at the metabolites of
Mhm.
your hormonal pathways. And so even if the numbers check out okay, but your pathways are all messy,
Mm.
we need to start fixing those pathways so that all this stuff that we talk about works a lot better. And so it's not in your head that you're not losing weight if you're doing the right things. Sometimes there are just these extra forces working against you. So I highly encourage
Mhm.
women over 40 to get a Dutch test done at least once a year. I get it every 6 months. And every single time I do it, it has changed. Now, having mold toxicity, mold tanks your hormones. So if you're exposed to a lot of environmental toxins, and none of them are good, I'm speaking about mold here, but it literally makes your hormones go sideways. My cortisol, most people suffer with high cortisol, mine is flatlined.
Wow.
So I've had to work on things to actually improve my cortisol levels. But we're also bio individuals. So for me to just say, go do these 5 things and you're going to lose weight, when you might have really messy hormones,
Yeah.
those types of things that are the forces against you. So again, I think this is for a whole other conversation, but I wanted to just give it a nod because it's very important if you are stuck. Find a functional medicine doctor or, a dietitian or a provider who can run a Dutch test on you and actually see what's going on with your hormones.
Yeah, and I love that you shared that we're all different individuals, and I hate when people just give general recommendations, like everyone should do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And I would say this, like you have to understand your body and what your levels are and go with what works for you. Like, don't worry about what worked for 10 other people. If it didn't work for you, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just your body's different and you just have to understand it a little bit better.
As I always say, test, don't guess. So there is
Right?
literally a functional medicine test for everything. You can look at your DNA, you can look at your epigenetics, you can look at your gut microbiome. There is a test for everything, and no insurance does not cover these things. However, the best money spent is on your health, your targeted supplementation, your organic food choices, your gym membership, your apps on your phone that help you manage stress, all of these tools, your red light therapy, right? So all these things that help you stay healthy as you age, because we're all going to age. But I look at it this way: we can either age like spoiled milk or we can
Yeah.
age like fine wine. I personally am going to take the wine, but
Yeah.
you get my point. So all of these are little tips and tricks to help you biohack the weight loss process. The last thing I want to mention, and then we have a really exciting promo that we want to share, is a sauna. So hot and cold therapy. So, and I'm talking about the sauna because it's an easy thing to do, but infrared saunas can actually boost your caloric burn by up to 50%. So, meaning when I'm sitting here, if I've used my sauna for 15 to 30 minutes, I'm burning calories at a higher rate doing the exact same thing sitting in this chair than on days where I don't use my sauna. So especially, for people that can't do a lot of exercise, and truth be told, over 40, you don't want the hardcore HIIT workouts and the, hardcore, exercise. You need a lot of strength training to build muscle and preserve lean body mass. You need yoga, you need walking. You don't need hardcore CrossFit, beat your body up kind of workouts.
Right.
Those are fine once in a while, but like on a regular basis, because that does nothing but put your hormones under stress.
Yeah.
Okay, so sauna, cold therapy is really good. So hot and cold therapy, changing temperatures, just even getting out in the sun, sweat, right?
Yeah.
As you sweat, you increase your metabolic rate. So it's very, very important. Okay, Jeannie, tell us about this awesome promo that's about to land tomorrow.
I'm super excited about this because it's like Christmas in May.
Yeah, right.
So it's
Black
right.
Friday in May.
Incredible. So it's 15% off site wide. Lots of free gifts. You get free gift with your purchase. And in addition,
So all
you're
these things,
also
right? So like the
right.
5-day drop, the
All of this.
trim, all
Yeah.
the things that we talked about except the Dutch test.
Oops.
That's not on the website.
Oh, there you are. Okay. You froze for a second.
That's okay. I was just saying all the things that we talked about today, with the
Yeah.
exception of the Dutch test,
Yep.
are, sorry, go tell us again, 15% off and what
15%
else?
off site wide. So if you want to participate in the 5-day drop, a group of us were doing it. It's going to be so much fun. You get 15% off starting tomorrow for the next 5 days. So it ends on Monday. And then you will be added to the group to get going. We're going to give away prizes. But in addition, when you make your purchase tomorrow, depending on, I forgot what the minimum and maximum is, but I think it's like 150 and up, you get 2 gifts. If it's under 150, like at least $50, you get one gift.
One of them is this.
Yeah.
Our pineapple shortcake collagen fat blaster. This is a $100 value right here. So
Yeah.
it's for $50 spent. We have our nootropic. I should have grabbed it. It's in my cabinet, but that's okay. It's a nootropic energy drink that actually boosts brain health, helps with weight loss because it gives you a little extra energy. And it's really, really good for cognition. So if you have a lot of brain fog and when people are trying to lose weight, a lot of times you end up in brain fog land. So the Go is the name of the product. Go is free with purchase with just a $50 purchase. So it's a $50 value free with a $50 purchase. And watch this, if you're a new customer, not only do you get the 15% off, you get $25 off your first order. And then if that order is $150 or more, like Jeannie was saying, you get a free bottle of this collagen fat blaster, and you get the free nootropic energy drink called Go, and you get $25 off, 15% off, free shipping, and you get to join the awesome challenge that we're doing on the 5-day drop.
It's
Well,
incredible.
I don't know. Like if that isn't a steal of a deal, I'm not sure what else is. I don't think I can help you if you're not interested in that. So there you go. There you have it. Did we forget anything today, Jeannie?
No, I think we did forget the carb blocker, which I always have people add to their 5-day drop is the carb blockers. But yeah, that I love that one.
So carb blocker, just in small terms here of what it does, you take a couple carb blockers 5 to 10 minutes before your highest carb meal. So if you're like, I'm having pasta for dinner, okay, we're not here to vilify carbs, but this actually helps to delay the absorption of the carbs. And therefore you have less of a blood sugar spike, less of an insulin surge, less fat retention from eating the carbs. That is the ultimate hack, because I don't know about you, Jeannie, but I like my bread and pasta.
I really do. Yeah.
Don't take them away, right?
I know, right?
Well, I know we're getting long today, but this was like a big topic, and I hope you guys got some value out of this. Again, our whole goal with this is to help you win in your life, especially if you're a woman over 40. So if you would like information on anything that we shared today, just go ahead and drop info in the comments or reach out to myself or Jeannie, and we'd be happy to share the details of the promotion as well as anything else we can help you win in life. So thanks for being with us.
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you guys next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.